Airports are stressful enough without TSA giving you the side eye, but what if the reason they're zeroing in on you is your packing? Let's talk about 10 packing mistakes that instantly make TSA hate you, and how to avoid getting flagged, delayed, or worse, missing your flight. 1. Packing liquids like you're at home. Let's be honest, most travelers mess this up at least once. You pack your favorite shampoo, a little bottle of body lotion, maybe that fancy cologne you only wear on special occasions. You zip it all up, feeling pretty confident, and then TSA pulls your bag aside. Why? Because you didn't follow the golden rule of airport liquids, the 3-1-1 rule. Here's what it means. Every liquid, gel, or aerosol must be in a container that's 3.4 ounces or less. All those containers need to fit inside one clear, quart-sized, resealable plastic bag, and each passenger gets only one of these bags. Hence, 3-1-1. Sounds simple, right? But it's easy to screw up. That travel-sized toothpaste? It's good. But that almost empty 6-ounce face wash? Nope. That oversized hair gel stuffed deep inside your bag? That's a TSA magnet. And don't even think about tossing in a water bottle just in case. What happens when TSA spots an unapproved liquid? They open your bag, unpack everything, and chuck the offender. It's a delay, it's frustrating, and it's completely avoidable. 2. Ignoring battery rules, especially with power banks. Power banks are lifesavers when your phone's dying mid-trip. But guess what? They're also one of the most common reasons TSA flags bags, and not for the reason you might think. Now here's where it gets tricky. TSA isn't just looking for a battery, they're looking at how powerful that battery is. If your power bank exceeds 100 watt-hours, you'll need airline approval to carry it. Go over 160 watt-hours? That thing's staying behind no matter how much charge it holds. And it's not just about power banks. Vapes and e-cigarettes also need to be in your carry-on. Never checked. Same goes for spare camera batteries. Oh, and if you're traveling with drones, those batteries need special attention too. 3. Packing wrapped gifts. You spent time carefully wrapping that perfect gift. Folded the edges, taped it neatly, tied a little ribbon on top. You're thinking, this will be such a nice surprise. But you know who doesn't appreciate your effort? TSA. Here's the problem. Wrapped gifts look suspicious on an X-ray. TSA can't see what's inside clearly, especially if it's a dense object like electronics, glassware, or even something innocent like a scented candle. If the image isn't clear, they have to open it. No exceptions. And when they do, they're not unwrapping it carefully like it's Christmas morning. They'll tear into it like they're late for lunch. It's not personal, it's policy. TSA officers need to inspect anything that can't be clearly identified through screening. And wrapping paper, foil, and ribbons, all of that just makes the job harder. So what's the move? Keep your gifts unwrapped and carry a gift bag or some tissue paper in your checked luggage. Or better yet, ship the gift ahead to your destination. That way, you avoid the stress altogether. 4. Cramming everything into one carry-on. We get it. Nobody wants to pay for checked luggage anymore, so you stuff everything, and I mean everything, into one carry-on. You sit on it to zip it shut, tug the handles into submission, and declare victory. But that overstuffed bag, it's a red flag for TSA. Why? Because when your bag is packed to the absolute limit, it becomes harder to screen. The X-ray machine can't get a clear image if items are too tightly packed or piled in layers. And if the image is unclear, TSA is opening that bag. Even worse, crammed bags often hide items unintentionally. That metal nail file? It's wedged in a sock. Your liquid bag? It's slipped beneath your shoes. TSA sees something weird and you're in for a manual search. So what's the smarter play? Give your stuff room to breathe. Use packing cubes. Roll your clothes. Don't shove things into every corner like you're playing suitcase Tetris. And most importantly, pack with TSA in mind, not just the airline's baggage fee. 5. Carrying suspicious tech and tools. You wouldn't think your harmless tech gadgets would make TSA do a double take, but they do. And not because TSA doesn't like technology, it's because of how certain items look on the X-ray. See, the scanner doesn't see things like your eyes do. It picks up on shape, density, wiring, and complexity. So when you've got a bag packed with dense, oddly shaped electronics, like a handheld gimbal, a VR headset, an external hard drive, or even a curling iron, they can resemble more dangerous items. Yep, even your selfie stick might trigger a closer look. Now imagine you've also tangled up your charging cables, headphones, and adapters into one chaotic knot. From TSA's point of view, that's a suspicious blob of wires wrapped around a metal device. Not exactly confidence-inspiring. So what should you do? Pack your tech like you want it to be inspected. Use see-through or mesh pouches. Keep items organized, and anything dense or unusual, place it near the top of your bag so it's easy to remove if needed. Laptops, tablets, and large cameras should always come out of your bag and into a bin before screening. Don't wait to be told. Be proactive. A little effort up front saves a lot of time and prevents you from becoming the center of TSA's attention. Bottom line, your gear isn't the problem. The way it's packed is. Make it simple for TSA and they'll make it faster for you. 6. Forgetting food can be a flag. Here's a surprise. Food is one of the most common reasons that TSA pulls carry-ons aside. Not weapons, not liquids, not batteries, just snacks. Now, yes, TSA allows food. You can bring sandwiches, granola bars, chips, cookies, fruits. Solid stuff is generally fine, but here's where things get sticky. Literally, peanut butter, hummus, salsa, yogurt, dips, sauces, even if they're in small containers, are considered liquids or gels. That means they need to go in your quart-sized liquids bag or be left behind. The problem is, most travelers just toss food in their bag and forget about it. TSA scans the bag, sees a dense, unidentifiable object, and flags it. Sometimes it's because the food looks weird on the X-ray. Other times, it's because it's packed in foil or plastic wrap, which distorts the scanner image. And yes, there are stories of people getting pulled over pies, homemade cakes, Tupperware meals. Anything that looks unusual or can't be clearly seen might get you searched. So here's the move. If you're bringing food, pack it in a separate, easy-to-remove bag or pouch. Keep it accessible. Don't bury it under layers of stuff like a lunchtime treasure chest. And most importantly, skip the squishy stuff. If it spreads, oozes, or pours, it's probably going to be a problem. TSA isn't trying to take your snacks, but if what you're carrying looks like something suspicious, they have to check it. Pack smart, snack smarter. 7. Packing prohibited or gray zone items. Most people know you can't bring a knife or a gun through TSA. That part's obvious, but it's the gray zone items that trip people up, and they trip up TSA too. Let's say you packed a snow globe. Cute, right? TSA sees something that looks like a sealed container of mystery liquid, and suddenly you're getting searched. Same goes for martial arts gear, replica weapons, even toy swords or fake hand grenades, or self-defense items like pepper spray or brass knuckles. They're either outright banned or allowed only under certain conditions. And TSA, they're not in the mood to negotiate. Even tools can get you flagged. Did you know that anything longer than 7 inches, like a wrench, screwdriver, or hammer, isn't allowed in your carry-on? Doesn't matter if you're a handyman or just forgot it was in your work bag. And then there's grooming gear. Nail clippers? Usually fine. Razor blades? Depends. Tweezers? Also depends. TSA decisions can vary slightly depending on the officer and the airport. Here's a tip. If you have to wonder, is this allowed? Play it safe and check TSA's official "What can I bring?" tool. Better yet, pack anything questionable in your checked bag or leave it home. The worst feeling is being stopped, searched, and forced to toss something valuable, or worse, missing your flight because of it. TSA isn't trying to ruin your day, but if your bag looks like a mystery box from a survival show, they're going to open it. 8. Burying essential items in your bag. You're at the front of the line. The TSA agent says, "Take out your laptop." You freeze. Where is it? Bottom of the bag, under your travel pillow, tucked in next to your shoes. Digging around not only holds up the line, it gets TSA's attention for the wrong reasons. Anything you might need to remove, laptops, tablets, liquids, or even your ID, should be easy to access. Use a front pocket. Use a sleeve. Just don't make it a scavenger hunt. Efficient packing shows you know the drill. That alone makes TSA's job easier and makes them like you just a little bit more. 9. Being too organized can backfire. Sounds weird, right? But TSA has actually flagged travelers for being too neat. How? Vacuum-sealed clothes, compression cubes, military-style folding, perfect rows of items lined up like a retail display. That level of precision can make your bag stand out in a bad way. Why? Because drug mules and smugglers do the same thing. It doesn't mean you shouldn't pack neatly, just don't go overboard. TSA wants bags that are easy to inspect, not Fort Knox in backpack form. So ditch the industrial vacuum bag for a simple cube or organizer. Neat is good. Suspiciously neat, not so much. 10. Being a jerk at security. This one's not about liquids, batteries, or banned items. It's about attitude. And yes, TSA pays attention to that too. Agents deal with thousands of people every day. They're not trying to ruin your trip. They're trying to keep everyone safe. But when someone shows up with a bad attitude, rolling their eyes, making snide remarks, arguing about the rules, it slows everything down for everyone. If your bag gets pulled, don't act like it's the end of the world. Don't sigh dramatically or snap at the officer. Just take a breath, stay calm, and cooperate. 9 times out of 10, the process is quick, but if you push back, you could face longer delays or even get flagged for extra screening on future trips. TSA agents aren't robots. If you treat them like humans, they'll likely do the same for you. So even if you're late, tired, or frustrated, remember, how you handle yourself at security can either speed things up or slow everything way down. Ready for more insider travel secrets and practical hacks? Hit like, subscribe, and drop your best airport story in the comments below. Safe travels, and may the TSA always smile and wave you through.